Namaste, sir. It's the Spiritual Daywalker with your tarot card reading for this new moon phase from 26th of September until 9th of October. This new moon is in Libra. So, Scorpio, it is about the relationships in your life and how you cater to them. And I get a strong sense that, well, a little like the Libra energy and the Libra reading that I gave just now, for you, it's more about the people in your life, observing them and learning for your life from their experience. Now, that being said, it is a general reading, so if the message doesn't resonate with you, feel free to drop the message. If it does resonate with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe, and share to who might ever enjoy it also. Let's see in the DNA spread, that is an upgraded version of the Tree of Life spread with the spirit axis in the middle and the energies balancing around it into manifestation. In your soul spot, there's a Father of Pentacles in reverse. Well, interestingly enough, when your soul decides that it's enough, Father of Pentacles, right? That means that you're kind of getting out of that nurturing position, that it's okay not to be able to make them do things or make them realize something in their reality. So the spot of the soul has no negative cards. It is a decision of the soul what it's time for, what the overall energy for your experience is. You're experiencing that you're manifesting this Father of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see, coming from the energy of stopping to want to be nurturing and all that stuff. It's like, okay, maybe I did enough, maybe I did my part, they have to do their part, right? This drive of being the fixer is gonna be lessened, right? So in your challenge, in the spot of the 9, there's the Four of Wands in reverse. It's dealing with something not exactly coming together. Could be forming into a love reading where you're like, well, could be. Well, the Four of Wands is a card for things coming together, but for rite of passage, for marriage also, right? You're going down the aisle, stuff like that. If that is in your challenge and your Father of Pentacles is in reverse, it's like your soul is trying to make you understand that it doesn't have to be durable to be fun in the moment, probably, right? It's like something not exactly panning out as long term as you wanted it to be, a commitment fading, and your challenge is to kind of let it fade in a sense. So now let's see how you're manifesting this in the spot of the 10. There's a Three of Wands. That is beautiful. So if your challenge is the Four of Wands in reverse, and you're manifesting a Three of Wands, that means you care about your own vision more. You stop being in that fixing energy, right? The Three of Wands is, and maybe it gets you back into a planning phase where you try to clarify your vision. Like, before this is coming together, what do we actually want from this, you know? So maybe you got in a little too fast, wanting too much too early, right? Because the energies right now are not exactly stagnant. There's a lot of shit happening in the world, but it is like a learning phase. It is retrograde season. We're going in eclipse season. It's war. It's everything seems to be going to shit. So these are phases in our life where we clarify what we truly want, what way to go and how to go about it, how to set the foundation right? So a little too much too soon coming from the core cards in this reading. Now let's see, in the spot of the 1, what gives you the drive is the Mother of Wands in reverse. You don't want to bitch anymore, let's say, right? Your impulse is to come down from the high horse, and it seems like when you're coming from a Father of Pentacles energy and your impulse is the Mother of Wands in reverse, it kind of means that your reaction to the situations that make you want to be that nurturing presence, that make you want to build something in your life, they're making you kind of impulsive and and overbearing to yourself, to others. So that impulse about yourself, I strongly get this is your energy. It could be related to your mother, or like some like feminine nurturing presence in your life, where you're like, um, yeah, the idea of what it means to be, like your idea of self-worth was built on something, right? And this is flipping now. This giving you the impulses, realizing something about how you use your fire energy in that sense, right? So of course it can be related to your parents, but it's more like you're realizing something about your behavior that you want to change, right? In the spot of the two, what gives you that stability, it takes a little out of it. There's a Mother of Cups in reverse. Wow, you're dealing with your feminine side. You're dealing with the way you are nurturing fire energy and you are nurturing water energy. So the thing that balances out the Mother of Wands is the Mother of Cups. There's fire and water. So it seems like you're a little on edge right now, right? You are dealing with, like, at some point you realize, well, this is not the way to go about it. But then the other side is like, this is not the way to go about it either. You're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? What the fuck am I supposed to incorporate? If I want to be nurturing, if I want to be real, right? And that Father of Pentacles, the Mother of Wands doesn't do me good because it's lashing out. It's like overbearing. The Mother of Cups kind of balances that out, but it's too soft. It's too like and slow and all that stuff, right? So what the fuck am I supposed to do? The spot of the three will tell us. There's a Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It came up a lot also in the other readings. Wheel of Fortune in reverse is like, wait for the time to be right, especially when it's in an inside spot, right? So the three, well, in the spot of the three means you're realizing something to give you direction, right? It's the spirit number that is giving you first impulse to then move into the six, move into the three again, move into the six. Every time 3 and 6 come together, they build 9, right? So we can get into the mathematics in some of my nerd videos that are going to come, but for now, this means realizing the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So realizing the time's not right yet. For whatever it is you want it to be here, the time's not right yet. And the Mother of Wands, the Mother of Cups can also be people in your reality, right? So you're confronted with that kind of fire energy that is a little out of whack, and that kind of water energy that is a little out of whack, trying to bring them together. Well, roles can be reversed, so you can be either side, and probably you're both sides in different situations, right? So if it's about a partnership, then in situations where they lash out and be all passionate and be all overbearing and demanding, you be all in your Mother of Cups and being hurt by it, right? Because that Mother of Cups is in reverse. It's not exactly mature, right? As mature as it wants to be. So either you're hurt by it or you're stopping that hurt and are not emotionally available at all. And in other situations, that flips, right? So when you then are lashing out about something else, they are in their Mother of Cups. So it seems like you're not bringing it together, and that's the challenge. The Four of Wands in reverse is like, why is this not coming together? It doesn't have to mean a breakup. It means that you have to realize there's contrast and see the benefit of that contrast. Now let's see what surrounding this challenge is. First, in the spot of the 4, giving you stability, and in the spot of the 5, the cause for confrontation, or like the topic of it. Giving you stability is the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, nice. So you're resting your mind on the thought that this has a lot of potential for a long, long time, right? This could be so nice, you know, it could be. Why is it not coming together? Yeah, well, maybe the time is not now. Maybe the time is not right. Maybe the universe is just like throwing you obstacles right now to realize something. So what do you realize? In the spot of the 5, there is what causes confrontation is healing. It's a Temperance card. Your cause for confrontation is a major arcana for healing. The major arcana for healing, right? That is amazing. So the change in your life right now is healing you. It has a lot of potential. Well, the thought that gives you stability is that it has a lot of potential. But on the other hand, what is going to give you stability in this is realizing that everything has potential, right? So even if this is not coming together, that Ace of Pentacles energy is still there. It's still like you can still manage. Now let's see how you're manifesting this, how this is exactly playing out, because you're ending up in a very good spot with that Three of Wands, right? Maybe it feels like a step back, like going back into visionary phase, but working on your vision usually is a good feeling, right? So let's see. In the spot of the 7, your sense of identity is defined by an Ace of Wands, 2 aces right underneath each other, right? So that Mother of Wands going into healing mode is going to be an Ace of Wands. That is cleared. That is fire energy cleared of the ego lashing out. That is sheer passion, creative will, a new beginning in, well, since this is kind of coming from a love reading, which doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a love reading, but the Ace of Wands can mean a new relationship. Can mean someone coming in that feels different than this Mother of Wands, a little more stable, right? But doesn't have to mean, like, I'm not foreshadowing like a third party situation or whatever, unless a 3 comes up. No, I'm not foreshadowing that. I'm saying there's a spark within you that is going to be set free. You're going to feel it. Something new is coming in, and that's going to make you realize something about the upper half, right? So this giving you the impulse to manifest like this, so you can get clarity on this, right? So your soul is moving into manifestation and back up again to like reap the reward of that experience manifesting. So in the spot of the 7, your sense of identity is coming from that passion that you know you have, and that you know is so valuable, and that that you really want to pursue, right? And in the spot of the 8, your cause for abundance, what you are in abundance of or hoping to gain, the Judgment in reverse. Interesting. Judgment card. And like, it's trying to set yourself free, struggling with setting yourself free. But it's also, well, it is adjustment, right? It's adjustment in a sense that, well, at some point it is the acceptance that not everything seems fair, right? Because judgment is like, well, it's not justice, right? But doubting your judgment is also not exactly helping. Spot of the 8. Well, let's see what you learn from this to put that Judgment card into perspective, because judgment bears so much, and it's such a broad energy about making the right decision here, you know? And you're not daring to make the right decision somehow because your sense of identity is so tied to this Ace of Wands, to this one Ace of Wands. It's like you really want to make it work, whatever it is you're trying to make work. Probably you're going to realize that it's a little more abstract, what you want to gain from this, and refine your vision so it matches the will of the universe, is back in alignment. So this is the adjustment, right? Adjusting that Ace of Wands, so your will with what you actually want and what the vision is. Let's see in the spot of the 6 how like what you're learning from this. That's the Son of Swords. That is moving, talking the truth, accepting nothing but the truth. So, well, you're realizing the truth underneath this. That is going to clear your judgment and flip it right side up. Maybe it's attacking your judgment also. Because that Son of Swords is like going down with the sword, trying to get this bird right here. It's pointing directly at it. So a truth must be spoken. That what you truly want, Ace of Wands, or no, what you truly want basically is not exactly that Ace of Wands. That Ace of Wands is a creative energy that is more abstract than what you thought it would be. Like, you were in that Father of Pentacles trying to, like, I'm going to manifest this in my reality, right? And then you're ending up in an Ace of Wands. It's like, actually, you know, but I really want to do this. It's not coming together, but I really want to. And then you realize you have to look the truth in the eye and go with that flow and move, right? Make some adjustments to your vision right here. So maybe you never wanted this for what it showed on the surface. You wanted it for what you projected into it, for what you thought it would be, for the idea of it being like durable and sustainable and nurturing and all that stuff for a long, long time, right? You were very focused on that idea. That is very interesting, right? So in that DNA spread, like the right side is the masculine side, the things that drive you or pull you into density, right? Like your alpha state, right? And the left side is more the feminine, is more the receptive, is more the balancing energy, right? So even a contrast card, you know, even the spot of the 5 is a little like has a feminine aspect, because that chaos is balancing whatever impulse there is. It's breaking up structure, and by that balancing it out, right? So it's having an insight on what needs to change in a sense. So the 4 and the 5 are in a special place, right? Because the 4, and now I'm getting all nerdy, right? But the 4 is actually like a feminine number to me, because it's even, it's balanced, right? And you always have that duality of the 1 and the 2 that balances the 1. You have the impulse and the 1 that is receiving the impulse, right? So if you have a 4 that is very much receptive, trying to, that's why it's for stability, right? And in that DNA spread, this is flipped. So you have a piece of both in each side. Can you follow me? It's like a yin yang. Imagine this being the white with the black in the middle, and this being the black with the white in the middle. There's always a driver of the opposing force within the force that is experienced, right? And this is how these energies moving diagonally into each other. So you're coming from the Mother of Wands into healing, into the Ace of Wands. So you're clearing your ego through that healing into the sheer underlying creative force that is driving you. And on the other hand, your feminine side is like so full of love that they're full of shit, because Mother of Cups is in reverse. They're like, they're not exactly nurturing themselves emotionally, because the thought that gives them stability is the idea of that Ace of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, but I want to make it work. I love you so much. I want to make it work. And then realizing to make it work, you need some adjustments that, well, are not exactly easy to make. So your realization in the middle is Father of Pentacles. It's like, okay, enough of this trying to make this work. We realize that the odds are stacked against us, that the universe has other plans. Shit is not coming together. We need to talk about it and refine our vision here, the way we're going about this. So seems very much like a love reading, can be a business reading also. So these abstract ideas apply to every major situation in your life. It is about taking a step back and refining what's underneath, right? So not what it is you want to do, but why it is you want to do it. That Ace of Wands must be the sheer impulse where you're like, actually, I didn't want this to be stable because I believe in it so much, because that Mother of Cups is in reverse. The love is there, but what you actually truly want is for something to be stable. and that is rooted way deeper, right? So if you know that, what do you do with that? How do you rebuild your vision? So are you going to break up, or are you just going to set up a timetable? Are you like introducing a safe word where you're like, every time you lash out, I say Oklahoma, you know? And every time, um, well, someone is like overwhelmed with their feelings, they say Yahtzee, you know? So just like when you feel you cannot stop the other person and it's like pouring in, and then you count the words Oklahoma and Yahtzee, not to be a battle because it's going to switch anyway, it's going to switch sides. You use both of the words, but you're going to see how often those situations escalate, and you're going to ask yourself, is this truly what we want? Right? So this is going to be interesting. Like I said, doesn't have to be relationship reading. It works in business, in team play, just alike. So if you have a colleague you cannot work together with because they're so like the way they like give you jobs, give you feedback, input, whatever, it's just grinding your gears, and every time you need something from them, they are just caving in. That could be the same kind of dynamic. Yeah, you want this to work out, but for what reason do you want this to work out? And why can't you accept that right now it's not working out for a reason, for redefining what you truly want from it? All sides, right? So, and there is that 3. So it is for both of you, all of you involved, right? And it's very interesting. It's a very interesting time. But the cool takeaway from this is you have the time. A Wheel of Fortune in reverse means there's nothing you can do about it now. It's just like timing ain't right. Like in this spot, in the realization spot, it's like timing ain't right. It's okay, right? So if that resonated with you, Scorpio, give it some time. Thank you so much for listening in, and yeah, see you next full moon. I love you.